Are you ready to wake up and dream? Yes, you heard that right. Dreaming at night is overrated. The real magic happens when you wake up.
This is the Wake Up and Dream podcast with your hosts,
Lisa,
Kelly,
and Sarah. We share a vision of helping women ask hard questions and feel empowered to begin designing their life instead of going through the motions unaware and unfulfilled.
Join us each week as we cover topics that will help you figure out your desires, goals, and how to make them happen. You will feel encouraged, supported, and motivated to reimagine a life of limitless possibilities.
So get ready to create a life that makes you want to jump out of bed and truly live the life that you deserve and love. So let's get started. Hello, our Wake Up and Dream listeners. We're so excited for this summer side gig series, and I thought I'd launch it with sharing a little bit of my story. So, a little bit of background about me. I am a mom of 5 adult kids. I have 3 boys, and then our youngest is a daughter, and I have twins in the middle. And I became, I'm a school teacher by training and trade. I taught for 10 years as a music teacher in an elementary school. And then we birthed, after we have almost a 3-year-old and we conceived twins. It was like, oh my gosh, like the stay-at-home mom chapter is upon us. So I was fortunate enough to become a stay-at-home mom. And then 3 years later, also had a daughter. So, and in that homeschool, or in that being a stay-at-home mom, as the kids grew, I knew that I wanted to continue and also homeschool our kids. So we lived on one income, and money was pretty tight. We lived paycheck to paycheck on one income. Very grateful to be able to afford to be able to do that. But it was pretty stressful. And so my husband at the time had asked me if I would consider getting a part-time job. And I was like, wow, I understand where he's coming from, but I also know that I'm spent, right? I'm spending all this full-time job raising the kids, then homeschooling. What could I possibly do and continue to be able to homeschool? So when I went to my neighbor's party, it was this, I didn't know what it was. Honestly, I knew it was natural skincare, but that was about all I knew. But I knew that I wanted some well needed mom time away from kids, as well as I needed help with my skin because I was struggling with adult acne and had been struggling since I was a teenager with acne. So I went to this Labrie party, which I didn't even know how to pronounce it. A lot of people call it Labrie. And I was like, I have no idea what this is, but I have tried everything that was out there 13 years ago, from, Mary Kay to the generic version of Proactive, and everything in between. So I went, and I wasn't really a label reader, but at that party, I was really challenged to start reading the labels. And first, it was like, okay, so what's the first ingredient in the products that you're using? Well, I was using a higher end company at this time and higher priced, all the things. And I had no idea what was in my products. So they challenged me at this party, the consultant did, to go home and look, because she said the first ingredient in most brands is water. And I'm like, okay, but I'm paying this higher end. There can't possibly be water as the first ingredient, she said. And if it's the first ingredient, if you Google what percentage is the first ingredient of products, it's like 75 to 85% is the first ingredient. And I'm like, water? Like almost taking up the entire bottle? What? So I went home first off, I loved how my skin felt. Like usually my products dried out my skin. And if they dried out my skin, yeah, it helped clear up my blemish, but it was also drying out my skin and I was getting wrinkles and I was like feeling dry. And then lo and behold, one blemish would disappear with my, drying alcohol little cream. But then I would get another one that would pop out somewhere else. So it was this vicious cycle that never ended. So I went home that night and I looked at my bottles. And first off, I was amazed because the products that I was using, the ingredients were not listed on the bottle. I was like, what? Who? I don't even where were the ingredients listed? Well, they were listed on the box, and the box I had thrown away, a month ago. So that was a little deceptive. I was like, they don't even want me to know, right? I mean, everybody just throws the box away. That's just standard. And secondly, what is the first ingredient? Well, I looked it up and the first ingredient was indeed water. Then I looked at my shampoos and I looked at my conditioner and I looked at my body wash. Everything was water. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at all the water I am paying for in my bottle. And Labri, I had learned, doesn't dilute with water. They actually don't dilute their bottles with water and they use aloe vera as the first ingredient. So I was kind of impressed. As a stay-at-home mom, not making any money, wow, this is cool. I can be saving money because these products are concentrated, they're natural, and they're going to last 2 to 3 times longer. So I didn't have money to purchase even any products that night because I knew my husband at the time would probably be very upset if I was spending money like this, right? So I decided to do what people did 13 years ago, and I booked a party because I could help my host get her booking and I could earn all the products that I wanted for next to nothing. So it was a win-win in my mind. So that's what I did. And I asked the consultant for some samples so that I could be using, at least trying the products before people were showing up at my door. I wanted to be able to, share my experience with the products. So she gave me some samples to try that would last me until my party about a week and a half later. So in that week and a half to 2 weeks, I was really impressed. So what made these products different than other brands? I learned at the party that Labri, and Labri, just for those of you that don't know about Labri, it's a direct sales company similar to, Arbonne, other direct sales companies, Pampered Chef, all the things, right? It's in that camp. But it is as natural as a man-made product can be. So they don't use drying alcohols. They don't use pore clogging waxes or oils. You're not going to find sulfates, right? Sulfates are the sudsing detergent that's in our laundry soap, in our dish soap, in our body washes and our face washes. You're not going to find that in Labri's products because they sulfates dry out your skin and they are harsh. You're not going to find artificial colors and dyes and fragrances. Everything is coming from nature as much as possible. And in addition, you're not going to find water as the first ingredient. You're going to find aloe vera as the first ingredient, and then vitamins, herbs, fruit and plant essences are giving the fragrances and feeding vitamins, feeding the skin. But aloe in and of itself is a powerful healing anti-aging plant. So aloe, just in and of itself, there are over 400 species of aloe, and it's they use the best of the best Aloe barbadensis Miller. And it's powerful to heal and hydrate the skin. And so it goes in and doesn't just sit on the surface like a lot of topical products do, but it's actually going in and working at the cellular level. So I was impressed. By the time I got to my party, I was like, yep, this is something that I can really proudly represent, because I was seeing the results in my skin and it was natural. It was not chemical based and not harsh. And little did I know that a year and a half later, after saying yes to my side gig, that I would be diagnosed with breast cancer. And that elevated my passion for sharing these products, because Librai's products don't have carcinogens in them. And you might be thinking, what? My products don't have carcinogens. Well, in the United States, skincare and makeup are not regulated by the FDA. So it's not a food, it's not a drug, right? So skincare and makeup that is on the shelf has not been passed by anybody. It's not gone through any type of regulations. And so what you're going to find is that there are a lot of ways that brands have introduced and included ingredients that are downright carcinogen. They're hormone disturbers. So because our skin is our largest organ, and we need to pay attention to what is really going on and what we are putting into our skin, because what I've learned is that at minimum, it can take products at minimum 26 seconds and something can be absorbed into your bloodstream through your skin. So my eyes were wide open. And this is why I love this brand, because it's not only as natural as a man-made product can be, they willingly submit their inspection to the FDA. So it's passed all of the FDA regulations, and it's clean. And I feel passionate about educating people. So when you think about, a side gig, a side gig could be something that helps you to make some extra money, but it has to be something that you find alignment with. And for me, alignment with natural ingredients, alignment with helping people save money because there's no water diluting the bottle. This is what is passionate for me. This is what gets me excited to introduce people to this company and these products. The other thing that I love about Librai is that they have a 60-day money-back guarantee, and they have an amazing sample program. So these are the things that I have found, but I can share in another episode, like what this company in particular has helped me to achieve and find. But in this episode, I just wanted to take a moment to tell you, one, if you're not reading your labels, we've been reading labels about food, right? And food, we ingest it, we take it in, it goes into our bloodstream. Organic eating, clean eating, it's become more and more of a topic of discussion and education. But still to this day, I don't feel like people are talking enough about our skin and how important it is to know what you are absorbing, your lotions, your makeup, your skincare, your shampoo. Everything is getting absorbed into your bloodstream. So make sure, this is my plea to you, whether you decide to check out Librai or not, it doesn't matter to me, because we all have our path. But what I want to impress upon you today is do your homework. What products are you using and what's in them? Are you paying for water? Are you paying a lot of money for high-end natural ingredients where you could compare and find something more affordable where you're not paying for water in the bottle? And try it, right? Give it a 10-day trial and compare. Because what I have found is those that are passionate about the products, that's the first step. And then the second step is, hey, maybe I could make some extra money. Maybe I could share this with my friends and family and see where it would go. For some, it just goes to that. They get a discount and they're happy as happy. And some, their eyes get open to the possibilities of what a side gig with Labri or another direct sales company that you find in alignment with your passion and purpose could be for you. So I might do a little bit more on this to tell you a little bit more about really how this company in particular has helped me to create extra income that have opened extra doors of opportunity for my family and I. But more than that, how it has really boosted my self-growth. And I'm going to go into detail about that on the next episode. So if you are interested in comparing Labri with what you are currently using, you can go to my website. It's Labri, LBRI.com / I guess, Lisa Tay, LISATAY. And you can click on free samples and literally get your free samples, do a 10-day comparison and see if it is as effective, if it makes a difference in your skin. You're going to feel a difference from the very first time you try it. And I just invite you to really take a look at what are you putting on your skin, because what you're putting on your skin is affecting your internal bloodstream and your health overall. So until next episode, I encourage you to open your heart, open your mind. What is it that would be in alignment with your passion, your purpose? And I never thought it would be skincare for me. Never in a million years. But now that I'm here and this company in particular, I am over the moon. So glad. And I love helping people to explore the possibilities. So until next time, wake up and dream. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much for joining us. Before you go, do us a favor and follow our podcast.
If this episode inspired you, be sure to take a screenshot and share it on your social media.
And check us out on Instagram at Wake Up and Dream Podcast. And join us in our free Facebook group of the same name to continue this discussion. Be sure to tune in every Monday for another episode. And until next time, wake up and dream.